Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you everybody for coming in. I am just trying to tidy up a little bit, if that's even possible. But welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and try to find myself. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Miss Tracy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my friend. And I'm getting myself spread out. So welcome to the Dusty Granny event group. And today is the theme is Heyday. So welcome to Heyday, where we are doing everything with cows. So I am helping to fill in a little bit, and because this is normally not something that I do. Hey there, sweet Kimberly, how are you? Hi, Miss Bonnie. Welcome, welcome. So I normally don't do like the cows and things, because again, this is a little on like the farmhouse thing. So I figured that we could actually work with the beautiful cow that I ended up having from my farmhouse mystery box. So I don't know if you guys remember Miss Betsy, but here she is. Here is our sweet Miss Betsy that we did. I absolutely love how she came out. She is super sassy and just so cute and adorable. So if y'all remember, I mentioned about putting her on some kind of round or something of that nature. Hey there, Miss Heather. Welcome in, my friend. So I talked about putting her on some kind of, like I said, a round, something of that nature, you know, to where we could display her. So that is what we're going to do today. So come on in, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started, okay? So first things first, I brought a few different size, pull it up just a little bit, a few different size, you know, backs for us to decide. So this is one size that I have, and we can do her like that. Okay, I do kind of like the shape of it. Then I have a regular square that we could do, and I'm going to cover this in some pretty paper, or I have a round. So the round is a little more fitting to her beautiful face. So what do you guys think would be the best? The round, that would be option A. The square would be option B. Or this fun shaped one, which would be option C. You like the round? I kind of like the round too. That was also like my initial thought when I first finished her, was to put her on something round. But like I said, I brought a few options to see what you guys think. So I have one vote for the round. Again, this is option C with all the, it looks almost like a big tag. Option B is our square. And then option C is the round. Hey there, Miss Michelle. Pretty pieces from Michelle. Welcome in. Option A, okay, and round. So that's 2 for the round. All right, let's roll with it. We're gonna roll with the round. How fun is that? Okay, The next thing that we need to come up with is going to be the paper that we're going to use for the background, because I'm going to use paper. Hey there, Miss Jeanette. How are you, Miss Jeannie? It is so nice to see you. Hello there, Victoria. You like 8 as well? Yeah, we're gonna go with the round. I think the round is the best option, plus it's the one that got the most votes, so that's what we're gonna go with. So, and see, Miss Michelle is saying A as well. Lots and lots of good things there. Okay. And I like to put my tabs in so they don't get in the way. Alright, so let me quickly fumble through my pad and see which ones may look good. Okay. It is so nice to be on. It has been a little bit of a crazy day so far. That's too busy. I kind of like the blue background. Oh, we could always do something like this one with the apples, and she would be in the center. That one's actually pretty cool, with the apples going around. That would be a nice different fit. Y'all let me know if you guys have a preference on which one we should be using. This is just like a cream color, right? This is just a cream colored one, which is also nice. I got this paper pad because I actually really liked the idea of the playing cards to add into my Alice in Wonderland theme journal. So that's how I ended up with this pad. Oh, look at this one. This one's pretty cute. Oh no, too much with the stripes, too much going on. Too plain in my thoughts. Have you guys seen any yet that you liked? Any of these papers that you think would look really good with it? So I am almost inclined to go with the one that is in. Oh, where did you go? I do like that apple one. I think we're gonna go with the apple one because I absolutely loved how it looked. So we're gonna go with this one. Well, all I have so far from my Alice journal is part of the cover, and I have not even added in the signature yet. So I'm still working on it. Hey there, Miss Lisa. She's a work in progress. I actually need to go ahead and add that signature so that I can start decorating the pages. But the cover is made with the cover from A Little Golden Book. And we actually did it, we actually worked on it on a live here not too long ago. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get this added in here, and this is gonna fit perfectly. You like the apple one? I like the apple one too. I think it looks really good for this. Okay, I was like, where did my glue go to? Yes, of course. Ooh. This is what I get for not paying attention. Alright. Let me get one of my brushes out here. Y'all, let me tell you, getting this pack of these brushes from Harbor Freight for putting my adhesive down has been the best thing ever, because I was so tired of always messing up my paint brushes, and these seem to clean really well. I mean, like, they're made for glues and stuff like that, so it's worked out really, really well. I've been very surprised with it. I'm just adding some of this watered down glue to help move stuff along. And even though my paper is cardstock, I am going to do the dry method just because it makes it a lot easier. Oh, for the brushes, yeah, these little brushes are made for, like, you know, like the workshop glue bottles and stuff, and they clean so well. So if you are using Mod Podge or glue, you know, whatever type of like adhesive that you need to spread on, yeah, this has been turning out to be really, really good. And they actually clean really well compared to like a paintbrush, which is kind of interesting. And the pack was not expensive. I think not even $5. And there's like 36 in there or something. So I've really been happy with that. I stumbled upon them because I was just walking around Harbor Freight one day. I was looking for something in particular, and these were on an end cap, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try these because I'm getting tired of ruining my paintbrushes every time I turn around. Alright, so let's dry this up right quick. So I hope that you guys have been catching live so far. My life has been a little crazy today, and I have missed a few of y'all, so I will have to go back and watch replays. Yes, give me 1 second. One second. So this is the name of them. Can y'all see that? Take a screenshot of them. It says 36 acid shop brushes. And it says heavy duty horsehair bristles handle everything from glue to oil to flux. So that's why I was like, well, let me give them a try. And they have been actually really, really good. So hopefully y'all got that. Okay. Now I am going to put this, it's still a little wet, and that is fine. But I'm going to put this down. Yep, make sure all sides are down and even. And now we can, of course, you're quite welcome. Grab my little parchment paper, and we're going to reactivate the glue. Remember, this is a great method to use, especially when you're using napkins, so that you do not get wrinkles. Thank you, Miss Wendy. So how's everybody's Saturday gone? Hopefully you have had a blessed Saturday. I got to see two of the boys that I helped raise. They came over to cut our yard, and oh my gosh, they are grown. They have grown so much. So much. It was definitely very interesting to see them. It was good though. It was good. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to kind of press my paper so that I can kind of give myself where I'm going to need to do some trimming. Okay. Oh, you're sewing. Oh, how cool. You've really gotten into sewing, haven't you, my dear? Like I said, my extent of sewing is, you know, mending, sewing paper, and, you know, simple little, like, stuffed animals or something like that. Just something simple. Okay, so I'm going to use my little gator, okay, my little sander, and forgive me for, because I know that this sometimes hurts people's ears. So I was like, I'm sorry, forgive me. But this is the easiest way to get rid of your edges without, like, because even if you like go to cut, there's only so close you can get. Hey there, Miss Alicia. I hope you're doing well. And for anybody popping in, today's event theme is Heyday, and we are doing anything with cows. I've already seen some beautiful creations. It's slipping my mind, but somebody did, it looked almost like a gnome with like fur, but she did a little cow. It was so cute. And then there was like a little floral arrangement. Like I said, I've seen a few, but I haven't been able to catch everybody today. But it's been a bit of a crazy day today. Like, seriously, this whole week has just been weird. So, I'm glad to hear that, my friend. I am. Okay. That is going to go in my scraps. And we are going to vacuum up a little bit. Get some of this dust off. Because I don't want any of that dust, you know, getting on my project, so. Okay. Trying to find like which way it looks like it's the up and here. Alright, so before I lose my place again, I'm going to go ahead and just a bunch of glue here in this circle. And we're going to poke a hole so that I can come on the front side and hopefully come in here and poke my hole. Okay. Now, before I put this down, I do want to try to cover some of this rough edge here. So let's go ahead and get that painted. And let me get a brown piece of paper for that. A brown piece of paper. A brown paint for that. I can't even speak anymore. Like, what the heck? Trying to see. Let's see which one is gonna look better. So I brought 3 different colors with me. So this one was a lighter tone. Oh, that's got too much red in it. And this one here is a dark. Let's go with the lighter one, y'all, because I'm not 100% sure about those other ones. So let's go with the lighter one. Let's go ahead and pull some of this paint out. And now I can get a decent sized paintbrush. Alright, so let's get our paint and let's try to get this painted. I am curious to see what everybody else will be making, because like I said, it's been a beautiful event from what I've been able to see so far and catch, and everybody has done amazing. Yeah, something did fall, you're right, and I did see it. One of my brushes fell. It'll be alright. It's so nice how the, you know, the kids and the pets have gotten their own little following, you know, and that is super fun. To be honest, I don't know what I'll be having for dinner, but I know that when I'm getting off that I'm supposed to be figuring it out, because my daughter already asked me. She already asked me if I was gonna be making dinner, and I said yes, but not right now because I was coming live, and she's like, okay, because I'm hungry. I'm like, well, it's gonna have to wait till I'm done. You know, I mean, it's just the way it goes. So. It is just the way it goes. So what is everybody else going to have for dinner? Maybe that'll help me, give me some ideas. Anybody know what they're having for dinner? I know it's technically still a little early, but hey, you never know. It might help. How old is my daughter? She is a 17. But as she constantly reminds everybody, she is the baby. She is the baby. She is the last one. She is the last one left at the house, so. Chicken tacos. Yum, yum, yum. Yes, that is right. They always want to eat. Oh, this is so true. So, so true. See, sandwiches are always a good quick lunch to do. You know, make a sandwich, grab some chips, you know, maybe an apple or some kind of fruit. That's a quick, easy, and good little lunch right there. So, oh yeah, I mean she could. Um, but it's funny because back when she was younger, she tried making mac and cheese, the one you put in the microwave. She didn't read the instructions, and let's just say that yeah, the smell in the microwave really never went away, and it took a long while for it to get out of the house. And she was messed with so much by the kids, by her brothers and Gare, that she kind of shied away from cooking. So she'll cook for herself only if she's like, if there's nobody else around. Yes, well, we love to add the sliced tomatoes into our sandwich. At least me and my daughter do. We'll add sliced tomato and lettuce if we have it. So, get some good ham and cheese in there, and I mean, yeah, you know. Chips and salsa. That's always a good. You know, heck, I'll snack on chips and salsa. That's a good little snack to have. I'll snack on pretzels and peanut butter. I'll get like the little pretzel sticks, and I'll put like a spoonful of peanut butter, and if we have, I'll do like Nutella as well, and I'll put it in a little bowl, and I'll just like dip. Like that's sometimes something I snack on. My daughter likes to do it, but with apple slices, not the pretzel sticks. I don't know, never really been a fan of pretzel sticks for whatever reason, but I love me some pretzel sticks. I can snack on those for a good while. You know? And yeah, I mean, that way you're getting your protein, getting a little sweet as well. But it's a good little snack to like hold you over and stuff. So yeah, I like to do that. Thank goodness I'm not allergic to peanut butter, because I do like me some peanut butter. Y'all don't mind my little iron. It's telling me it's cutting itself off. Which it can totally do. I have no problem with that. Okay. You just gotta get the bottom down here. Have a hamburger helper with grilled chicken. Actually, that does sound good. Hamburger helpers are yummy. I made pasta the other day. And I have some leftover cooked noodles, so I might actually use them for something. I might actually use them. I don't know. So I'll end up creating my own little hamburger helper since I already have cooked noodles. This little wood piece is super cute. Like I said, I normally am not into like farmhouse and farm animals and things of that nature, but this was really fun to put together. If you guys did miss the mystery box, the farmhouse mystery box challenge event, it was actually hosted by Miss Wendy. So here, Dusty granny event groups, so you can go back and watch the replays. It was last weekend or 2 weekends ago. Heck, I don't even remember anymore. So you can still go back and watch the replays of what everybody did with their little mystery boxes, and you can find my video and see where we created this elegant little Miss Betsy. Which I think is coming out. I'm just glad that I'm actually kind of like getting to be able to like finish her. And it's so cool that it's actually still, you know, in the same group. I think that's like the best part of it. Okay. So she's gonna go at it right there. I do want to take my gold pen. Hey, Mama! I'm gonna take the gold pen, the same one that I used to write Betsy, and we're going to go here just on the horns to kind of like bling up her horns a little bit. And I want to go on the edge of my round. So I'm going to set this to the side to dry, so I can finish to dry, and then we'll do the edges. So I'm just taking, ooh, why are you out so far? That was odd. Hey there, Miss Lisa. So all I'm doing is putting that gold on the edge here, and since I did, you know, take the paper off, it's perfect because the paper is absorbing the gold from the paint pen, and it'll take it in and help make that gold looking edge. So this is, if you have paint pens, you can use, use them on wood projects. And like I said, taking advantage that we had that cut paper edge is even better, because we're covering it up, right? And I like to use the pen because I am not always the best with a paintbrush. So if I come in here with a gold paintbrush, I might actually make a mess. So I would rather do it with this paint pen. And I think just having the apples and all that is just really you know, like I said, you can come in with a fine tip, you know, small brush and some paint and do the edge. But if you don't and you have a paint pen, then you can use your paint pen. You know, like your Posca pens and things like that would work really good for doing this right here. And it's a great way to cover those raw edges from where you sand your paper. And it just gives it a little bit more of a finished look, right? And I'm using gold because, you know, Miss Betsy, y'all saw, she's all blinged out. She is like this full character, and we have to make sure that, you know, she has the bling and the shine just everywhere to represent her. Exactly. That is why I like the paint pens, because I have more control. Because when I come in, you know, and sometimes, depending on the day, my hands shake a little bit more than others. Um, and yeah, trying to do that with, I've messed up, you know. But I have more control with the paint pen, and I do like it. Like I said, it's just it really has worked out really well for me. So again, just a little tidbit of something that I do, and maybe it'll help somebody else. Hey there, Miss Jackie. Welcome in, my sweet friend. Thank you so much for coming in, dear. We are in the Hey Day event with Dusty Granny's event group, and we are doing everything cow related. Beautiful creations. If you've missed any of the lives from today, please go back and watch your replays. You will not be disappointed. Like I said, I've already seen, I've not been able to catch everyone, but I've already seen some gorgeous. And I'm debating. I have pastel rainbow fur, and I almost am like, should I do like our friend did and do like a little cow with that? Because that just, I don't know, she did so beautifully with it that it just makes me like, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should use some and try it. I had gotten it to make gnome beards, but you know, hey, I'll make a little cow. I think that's like a super cute idea. All right, so my paper tore just a little bit over here, so to hide it, we're gonna come in with the paint pen, and we're going to mask it by making it look like there would be an eyelet there. Okay? And I know that if you're a paper crafter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are the little metal pieces that we use around circles. So I just made it look like I put an eyelet there. That's so cute. I really think I might want to try that. You know, and I was like, I have this fur, like, why not? Right? Okay. And the other thing with a paint pen, it dries really, really quickly. You don't have to like be worried about manipulating it or anything like that and getting some over you. All right, let's do her horns. So I'm going to turn it this way, and then we're going to attach her. All right. So we're going to do her horns. We're just going to put a little bit of an edge on her horns. I only thought of doing her horns. I didn't think of doing all of her, so I will definitely take y'all's opinions on that. But I'd only thought of doing her horns. But if after seeing her, if y'all are like, no, you should do all of her, line her all over, then I will. You know, there for a while, there was the whole craze with the Highland cows. Oh my God, the amount of events that were done around Highland cows a few years ago was just a little, don't get me wrong, they're cute, but again, I'm not a big like barn animals. Okay, so she has gold on her right now, on just on her horns. Do you think we should leave it with just on her horns, or should I continue and just trace all of the top. What do you guys think? What are y'all's thoughts on it? Should I just go ahead and do all of her? Because kind of curious on that end. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix that. So y'all let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna end up having to put like a little nail or something here, because this thing has not been wanting to play nice. Yes, all over her? Okay. Alright. We can do that. Miss Betsy, you are getting even fancier, my dear. Look at you with your gold accent all around. You are just the fanciest lady in the barn, aren't you? Super, super cute. And adorable. Alright. Miss Lisa's like, yes, do it all over her. Make her even fancier. Fancier schmancier. So do we have any farm girls in the chat? I grew up on a farm, and I grew up around cows. We had one dairy cow, which was for us, and then the rest were always to sell for beef. A city girl. Miss Jackie, you are a farm girl, my dear. It is definitely, you know what? I do miss certain aspects of farm life. Mostly the quiet beauty, and you know, just like interacting with the animals and such. But on the other hand, I am very grateful that I do not have to worry about the early mornings and things of that nature, because this girl is not a morning girl, so I don't do good with mornings. You're a country girl, but I don't have any cows right now. We have lots of fence repair to do. Ah, only 22 acres. That's a lot. There are cows right across the street from you? That is so cool, Miss Mary. That is actually really neat. Yeah, like, we live close enough to town and far enough from town that yes, we too can see animals. Mostly what you see is horses, but there are cow farms around here. And actually, my oldest, when he was going to school, every morning on his bus ride, they would pass the one big cow farm that we have in the area. So but yeah, no, I grew up with 22 acres. That's pretty big, my friend. That's a lot. That is quite a lot, my dear. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and use some wood glue. Really? A full-size Highland cow? Now that's, like I said, that's cool. That is cool. I'm not gonna say it's not, because it is very cool. They're also a little smelly, but you know, what can you do? What can you do, right? My daughter and her husband have 280 acres. That's a lot. 2 bulls. And you can never tell how many cows. 3 of them? Oh my gosh, wow. 3 of the Highland cows. Now that's gotta be cool though, to see them. To like see them in person. Do you ever get a chance to like pet them and like feel the fur or anything like that? I think that would be a lot of fun to do. I loved and enjoyed, you know, spending my time with the animals. Of course, I was younger, so I also got to play with them. But, you know, it was my time on the farm and, you know, caring for chickens and the chicks, and then realizing where they came from. So I didn't eat eggs for a while. Um, Same with, like, you know, after we had some calves born on the farm and we named them and everything, yeah, I got to where I didn't eat beef, and yeah. They have so many that you can't keep up, Miss Brandy. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. I mean, because 280 acres, that's a lot. But don't get me wrong, I mean, they'll graze and you have to move them so that can start to grow back, and then you have to move them again so that can grow back, and by the time you move them, then you can move them back to the first one, and you know, you gotta kind of like rotate and stuff like that. I'm waiting for my hot glue to warm up enough that I can use it, because I need some instant hold on this, and it's just taking its sweet time to warm up. But yeah, it's like I said, that is one of the beauties of growing up in the country surrounded by animals, is that you get to learn. You also learn the cycle of life, and that does kind of mess with you just a little bit. You know. You're gonna get a mini one? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. You miss your chickens, aw, but you have built a better coop. Yeah. Oh, bobcats. Yeah, they're bad. Yeah, yeah. We have the bobcats and the coyotes around here. So I don't know. I don't know how our neighbor across the yard, well, not across the yard from us, but a few houses up, because we do live in a subdivision. It's one of the older subdivisions. So this subdivision, the houses sit on a minimum of 1.5 acre properties. Hello. And so, yeah, we do have some neighbors that have chickens in their yard. and it's, like I said, it's fun. I just I'll stick to my kitty cats. We're good. I'll stick to my kitty cats. Hundreds of coyotes. Yeah, that's why our kitties come in at night, because I definitely do not want them to have to deal with that. Our neighborhood is really good. We have like a Facebook group, and so like if a neighbor does catch like whiff of one or something, they'll be like, you know, make sure that all of your animals are in at night, and because there's been sighting of coyotes and things. Because like I said, people here, the minimum like is 1.5 acres, like all the plots. So there's a lot of trees and wooded areas for all kinds of animals. We have deer that are constantly just walking around like it's so cute, like it's like their thing, right? I know, thank you. I think she came out gorgeous. I am going to put a hanger on her. I do want to let this to sit and dry completely, but I think she came out super cute, right? And like I said, I wanted to finally get her finished, so when Miss Wendy needed somebody, I was like, ooh, I can actually get her all finished up. Now, what do you guys think for the tag? Should we maybe line it in white? Like give it a little white outline to it? Or something like that? I do like the apples. I feel like the apples help to bring out the red from this design. I really do. And she's just so fancy. It's a very shabby chic farmhouse right there. I love it. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I think I am going to grab, and I am going to add some white. Let's see how the white does, because we do have a little bit here, so let's see if I can get the white to work for me. Alright, so show you guys right quick. But thank you again, guys, for coming to hang out with me. I'm so glad to always be able to come and, you know, see you guys and just chat with y'all, and, you know, just it's lovely hanging with my friends. That's all I can say. I hope that you will come back and see me soon, and we will, once this thing decides to write again for me, we will get this rolling. So thank you again, Miss Wendy, for having me. Hello there, Miss Mary. Welcome, welcome. We got a chance to finish up Miss Betsy, and I think she came out absolutely adorable. I'm gonna finish to design the tag that way. See how I'm doing like the little lines on it? I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, I will finish to do that. So let's go and see Miss Mary from initially aDOORed. And thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Have a blessed Saturday and Sunday.